Hello there, friends. It's Zach again, talking to you into this camera, into the fake world of non-interaction. Anyways, so I decided that I wanted to talk about appreciating our wounds today. So I saw this little video. Supposedly, if you're into astrology and stuff like that, Chiron is the in mythology he was they call him the wounded healer. He was a centaur who was injured, and he kind of searched his life. He got injured for all eternity because he was, a god and was injured by another god. So he searched his entire life to find a way to heal himself, and through his own knowledge, from gaining his own knowledge on how to heal himself, he learned how to heal others. So he became the wounded healer. So it's kind of, I watched that the other day and I just kind of thought, well, heck, let's talk about why we should appreciate our wounds. Now, what I mean by wounds is physical ailments, sicknesses, problems that you're dealing with physically, emotional wounds, scars from family relationships or intimate relationships with a partner, or things of that. Wounds from your past, from being teased as a child, or whatever the case may be. So those are your wounds. We all have wounds. Every one of us has a wound, and that really intertwines us. That really makes us connected, because we all know we have wounds, and that all binds us. So the reason you should appreciate your wounds. Why appreciate your wounds? Well, first off, your wounds have really made you who you have become. And everyone says that, you have to appreciate, where you've been to understand where you are. But you really do. You have to appreciate the fact that without the heartbreak of your first love, you never would have truly known that you could love someone so deeply, or, incredibly close. Nor would you have the ability to know that you could overcome such an obstacle in your life. Same thing with physical ailments, whether it's diabetes or heart disease. That's an older generation's kind of disease, but even younger people, being overweight, it's a physical ailment. It's not what our body's intended to be. Our body's not intended to be overweight. It's what we put in it and how we treat it that causes it to be overweight, or all types of things. Broken legs, broken arms, broken bones, torn ligaments, all types of dealios. So we appreciate the wounds. It allows us to better understand who we are now. I know that now I've overcome this obstacle. I know I have the strength to overcome other obstacles, right? Because you've overcome one obstacle, it means you can now overcome this obstacle. There's nothing saying you can't, other than the fact that other people, you believe that you can't because other people said so, or doctors said so, or whatever the case may be. Also, it allows you to help other people who are going through the same things. So others who are dealing with similar ailments, it allows you to, some people, you don't want to, push this is how I did it, this is how I, healed myself, do this way, this is the right way. It's not like that. It's like, if people, I have this nagging injury from when I was in high school, and I played sports and blah blah blah, and you say, I did this, or I saw this doctor, or whatever the case may be, I took this supplement, I changed the way I ate, I changed the way I, ran, whatever it is. You now become not only a teacher for that other individual, but you become their brother or sister. Whereas if you look at a true healer, has experienced the turmoil that the patient is going through. And we're all healers. Every one of us is a healer. It's just some people are like, I don't think I'm a healer, I can't be a healer. But we're all healers, and we all help others around us. And so by being by going through these experiences, you can now relate so much more to that other person. They can trust you, and through that trust, it allows that other person to heal themselves. Whereas if you have a doctor who's like, I studied cancer my entire life, da 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 da, I know the ins and outs of it, da 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 da. Have you experienced it? Have you gone through it? Not really. So it's kind of hard for me. I can trust you in a sense that if I'm looking for someone to heal myself, really, healing, curing comes from, might come from the outside, but healing is really your own coming to terms with things. Forgiveness is a healing, forgiving yourself, healing is a more mental, spiritual aspect, whereas that curing is kind of, the science now says that you're cured. So by going through these wounds, by having these turmoils, it allows you to connect with people, connect with all other people, because most adults have been through some form of heartbreak. Most youths have been through some form of heartbreak. That binds us. That allows us to connect with each other and not feel so separate, because as separate as you think you are, we've had similar experiences. Everyone has had some form of physical ailment. Maybe not the same physical problems, but we've all had similar problems, and that helps us connect with each other. So if you can start appreciating the fact that this helped me become who I am, not getting stuck on it, not like I could say all the time I had cancer, but it's like it was what it was. It allowed me to become who I am today, and I'm grateful for that. And the same thing happens with relationships. I'm grateful that I was able to love someone so deeply, intimately in that way, and then have my heart broken, because I know that I can overcome that, and I have the ability to overcome that emotion, those feelings, accept them and let them go. And so I think if we can just appreciate. It's difficult. It's not easy at first. Like, why would I appreciate getting my ankle broken, or why would I appreciate this, or why would I appreciate that? And it's just kind of, they're just little ways of guiding you on a different path, on the path that you're supposed to be. But if you can appreciate them and understand that these things have all happened so that you could be on the path that you're on now, it really makes life more fun. Rather than complaining and nagging and, oh, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me, you can now appreciate and give, let life flow through you. Just let it happen. Just let it, I can appreciate this. Appreciation is the true meaning of life. Appreciation, joy, love. That's life. That's life flowing through you. So you can appreciate, even though it's cold sometimes, you have to appreciate the cold, because without the cold you couldn't have this, nice sunny weather that we're having now. Without the darkness, you can't have the light. So you gotta appreciate both aspects. And that's my spiel for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you next time.